Hey guys, Matt Crane, Mr. Equipment. Last week we touched a little bit on the features and benefits of starting a business and buying new versus used. Another thing that we're going to touch on today is compaction products. A lot of younger contractors, newer contractors don't understand the importance of compaction on a job site and your ability to compact things on a job site. And today we're going to meet with Austin Bougie. He is the Northwest Regional Sales Rep for Weber MT Compaction Products. He is also a very prominent contractor in the local area. We're up at Van's Equipment Repair and Rental. They are nice enough to let Austin showcase some of these on their sales floor, and they partner with him with some maintenance aspects of these things and parts and aftercare. Austin, why don't you tell us about this awesome line of compactors?
I came across these compactors after doing some extensive research. I was looking for a manhandleable reversible plate that I didn't have to have a machine to move it around with. And I didn't want a 14-inch wide plate for finish quality doing driveways and pavers and things like that I do for some of my customers on hardscape work. This is a 330-pound reversible plate. It's Honda powered, which if you know anything about tools around here, it's great. Honda power, you're gonna have no problems with. And this is an amazing compactor for a guy that wants to have versatility of being able to compact a big area or work in very, very tight spaces doing like block wall brace, base prep, things like that.
What size is the plate on this?
This is a 22-inch wide bottom plate. This same compactor we offer in an 18 or a 22. This is actually one of the only reversibles on the market that's asphalt grade, so asphalt contractors can use this, packing around catch basins, things where it's hard to get with a roller, and you want to pound out a roller bump. You can sit in one spot with this compactor and pack. It's infinitely variable forward and reverse, same speed forward or same speed backwards. And there's no belts, none of that you would have like flipping a lever to flip it. It's all hydraulic through a like you'd have on a brake caliper. It still has a belt drive, but it's infinitely hydraulically variable here.
This seems to be pretty ergonomically friendly and operator friendly. It's pretty easy to just jump on and get it done.
Yep. This one comes integrated with wheels. So this is a 330-pound plate, and you can easily tow this around in gravel.
Yeah, and we're an 1.25 inch gravel.
Yeah. You can push this up your tilt deck. You do not have to have a machine to move this compactor around.
Well, and the biggest thing that I've seen with these wheel kits, and I've been really hesitant about even investing in one when I was buying a compactor, was you push forward and it comes off of the wheels, you're pulling and it bends, and it's really hard to get on and off a trailer or through like 1.25 inch rock, and this just seems to blow through there. And I know that when we were at the fairgrounds working on that shade project, which plate did we run down there?
So we ran a CF3 forward plate.
And that thing was, I mean, that sold me immediately. It's ergonomically friendly. It's comfortable to run. The thing, it compacts very fast. We were running this thing in 6 inches of topsoil.
And not what they're made for.
They're not made for, but it worked phenomenally.
Yep.
And usually it's a really hard thing to do is to run onto topsoil. Another thing I really like is that it's the flat sled style. It's not a big wedge like those, like the whackers.
Yeah, this is a cast base plate. You're not going to get a ton of material accumulated inside of the trough on some of the fabricated ones. These are both the same unit, but we've got them shown here with different options. This is a bare bones plate. If you have guys that beat the living daylights out of stuff and you don't need a water kit and you don't need wheels, this is going to be your durable plate. If you are an owner operator or a paving contractor and you want to move around across the street, this is a no hands needed wheel kit. You can literally roll this thing around wherever you need to go.
When I see it's got the water kit on it, it's got an on-off petcock and a spreader bar across the front of the plate. So you're getting 100% coverage across your plate. It's not just dribbling it like a lot of the other.
And this is a hands-free, or not hands-free, but tool-free removal. You can take this to your hose bib, fill it up with water, bring it back and stick it back on your plate, not have to take your plate to the water. So if you're a long ways away from water, you're not toting a 200-pound plate halfway across your job or bringing 5-gallon buckets to. You can take this to it. And if you don't need it in wintertime, you can stick this in your shop. No worry about it freezing or breaking any of these plumbing parts because it's not sitting outside freezing. So Weber does it a little bit different. They've been doing it for a long time in Germany.
And it's like you said, this is a German-based business. Okay, and so you got into being kind of the Pacific Northwest rep for these. It's my understanding there was really no there was no dealers
They had
here.
no presence, no dealer support out here. So when I went searching for this, I had a very hard time finding anywhere to buy it. And that's how I ended up in this position of selling these. They're a really good product, and they have Michigan-based support. So we stock parts for all these units in Michigan. And I can have pretty much any compactor they sell, typically in 4 business days, to your door.
Gotcha. Okay.
And same with parts. I mean, I stock some parts here locally, the things that are common, belts, starters, stuff like that. Anything else we can have in a couple days.
And as far as maintenance and repair goes, if any of that happens, if there's a warranty issue, whatever, what do you do then?
Either contact me and we'll get you what you need to fix it, or we can get you up to a place that can actually take care of repairing it. Like Vans will do service work on the bigger stuff. Northland Diesel takes care of the Hatts motors. They're the only dealer in the state that's Gold Star rated for Hatts diesels.
Okay.
So if you have an issue with that, that's the warranty dealer that deals with the Hatts motors on them.
And this line we're talking about here is strictly Honda power.
Yeah, the smaller stuff's all Hondas in the U.S.
Okay. Okay.
And
so
realistically, it's your best bang for your buck anyways.
I know I noticed an hour meter on these things. Is that standard on these?
Depends on the unit.
Depends on the unit.
Since you jumped over here to the jumping jack, let's talk about it. So this unit does come standard with an hour meter. This is the hardest hitting per lightest weight plate or jumping jack on the market. This weighs 154 pounds, but puts out the same compaction force of 180, 190 pound jumping jack. And it does that because it uses a magnesium sleeve and shoe in the mechanism in here. Instead of being all steel components in here, they've lightened up the parts that the thing slides in so that they can make the weight ratio to power lighter. So, I mean, if you've been around these things, they're heavy, but I can manhandle this one and put it in a truck by myself.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it shocked me when you just lift that up that and then you're able to do that.
You know, most of them have this feature. This is a tailgate roller. You can literally hang this on the tailgate of a pickup, push it forward, grab the rear handle, and roll it into your truck. It's a one-person operation. This also has 2 speeds, which is unique on jumping jacks. So you can actually throttle this one down. So you can run this at a slower speed. It's cold out here. If you're working around something tight, you don't have to beat yourself to death. Or you can wind it up. The jumping jacks are quite quiet.
Another huge benefit I see to these right out of the gate is that they're a 4-stroke. So you're not mixing gas,
Yep.
You're not fouling plugs, you're not worried about it. It's as low maintenance as a push lawnmower.
Yep. Yeah, everything we offer is 4-stroke or diesel.
So immediately, probably the best seller is going to be this unit right here.
I mean, I would say if you're starting out getting into the dirt business, a plate is by far one of the best investments you can make. If you're renting routinely, you're throwing money away that you can put into a product and keep all that money, and these don't lose their value very fast. I mean, competitive brand, I sold one I had for 15 years for $500 less than I bought it for.
So price point wise, I know that I've bought some. It's been a handful of years ago. I bought some Bomags and some Whackers and Husqvarnas, and it seemed like they were all pretty much between that 1,700 to 2,000 range. Where are these at for an entry level plate compactor?
Depends which plate you get.
This one right here.
This one's our biggest top of the line forward plate.
Okay.
You're going to be in that mid to low 3s, depending on what you put on it for options.
Okay.
If you want to save a little money, we make that same exact power unit in a 2-inch narrower plate.
Okay.
You'll save about $300.
2 inches saves us $300.
Yep.
Okay.
And we use a little bit different configuration. That has a cast base plate for the motor mount on that unit. So
without getting into too much particulars, people can find these distinct differences on the website or literature through you or wherever.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, because it sounds like there's so many different variables here.
Yeah, there's
how many different options do we have here? I mean, we have these 4 in front of us, but as far
probably 35 different configurations
just for compaction.
Just all Weber does in compaction gear is all light compaction. We don't do hoe packs. We don't do rollers.
Gotcha.
Other than trench rollers, we do offer a remote control trench roller.
Okay.
But they stick to what they know, and that's compaction.
Gotcha. Okay. In my opinion, I think this is the best line of small compaction tools out there.
I would say it's one of the best, if not the best option you've got locally right now.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, like I said, when I jumped behind this plate, it sounds silly, but I was completely just blown away at how ergonomically friendly, how user friendly it was. This handle is just phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about these. I mean, this is, I would say, one of their pinnacles. Things that are different about this plate you will not find on any other plate on the market is this folding handle option like that. And this might seem crazy, but if you're paving along a driveway or gravel work and they have a rhododendron or a shrub that hangs out over, like, say, the curb, you can actually steer this compactor underneath obstructions. Or you can slide this in a canopy on a pickup truck. You know, I mean, I've got one guy keeps this in a service box on his service truck, 2-foot cabinet. He literally puts this in the side of the truck and stores it in there. So, handle lock. So if you're the type that likes to lock a handle where it doesn't move around and manhandle your plate around, you can still do that. They're super comfortable here in this ISO grip, and you get a remote throttle on all the Webers.
So you have the remote throttle, you have a big isolated vibration dampening grip, an adjustable handle that locks down, or you can flip it over and spin this plate around.
Yep.
This just seems like it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, I mean,
why spend $2,500 on like a Bomag? It's a good compactor, but
if you're the type that likes what you work with and you buy a quality tool, you're buying a quality tool at the end of the day. I mean, if you know anything about equipment and what lasts and what doesn't, how many compactors do you see that put a grease zerk on their latches?
This one right here, that's it, I guess.
The only one I know of that does that.
Yeah.
Any of the moving components that are a latch have a zerk on them. So they're built to last, and they come with a great warranty. 2 years bumper to bumper on the plate and 3 years on the Hondas.
Is the Honda through Weber, or is it through Honda?
It's through Honda.
Through Honda, okay.
But we can also facilitate warranty repairs on
that. Okay.
Realistically, it's a Honda. You're probably not going to have any problems to speak of in warranty stuff. And we do offer extended warranties on the plate unit, especially on the bigger ones. I can sell a warranty up to 5 years on the plate itself, which if you're a guy that compacts every day of the week, puts hours on a plate, that's a company that's really saying they're building a quality product. If they're going to say that thing's going to last 5 years and we're going to back it, that's telling you something.
So where are we going to find these online?
WeberMT.com.
Okay.
And we have our whole line listed on there. You can look at that.
Can we find them on your Instagram?
They are on Austin's Lend-A-Hand Instagram's page. I have some pictures of them on there too.
Okay.
Or you can reach out to Mr. Equipment, and he knows how to get a hold of me quite well also.
Yep. Or if you're looking for him and you're driving by and you're up here in Burlington, Washington, stop by Van's Equipment Company. We'll be more than happy to put you in contact with me, Austin, or Lance can tell you all about them.
And there's some on the showroom floor all the time up here. So if you just want to stop in and kick some tires and go on your happy way, feel free to swing by.
Remember, guys, it's all about building a network. If you take care of it, it's going to take care of you. Austin's part of my network. Lance is part of my network. Play your cards right. You could be too.